Hello and welcome to the Regulars. I'm Stacey McGonigal.
Hi, my name is Jason DeRoss.
Wow, you know what? The internet tried to try me, Jason, and I refused.
I know. So now we're on a separate YouTube link, sort of. Is
What
the
do you
word?
mean?
Just because we started it up and then the video went like for 30 seconds, and we've re-kicked it in. So
We've re-kicked it in. I mean, maybe we should share it. We'll just like let the people know if you want. Because I really, in many ways, screwed the pooch
it's
bright and
perfect.
early on this Monday afternoon.
It's perfect. I love it.
Yeah, so while Jason is sharing that and I'm chatting to nobody while we sort this out, how are you,
Love that.
listeners? You know, we never really get to just talk to the listeners. Claire's in the chat. Okay, we're figuring it out slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. Oh, Snake King is here and it is Monday, and that's just nice. It's just nice. Oh, this is great. We've got our pals.
So people figured it out.
We're figuring it out, and that's just nice. Jason, how was your weekend?
It was great. You know what I did last night to end my weekend off? I watched Eurovision.
Finally.
Finally watched
And what
Eurovision.
did you think?
It is a feel-good, fun romp. I
Isn't
loved
it?
it actually.
I did too. I didn't
It's
want
like
to.
there's
I didn't want
definitely
to the
like
whole way through, but I kind of wish I had watched it with you because I feel like we would have had the most fun watching it together.
I was laughing out loud to the point of tears in some points that probably you weren't even supposed to laugh at, but I was like, there's something that I love about certain points of it where
Like
I don't
what?
know, but like there's definitely holes in this. It's not.
Oh, I mean, the whole movie is a fucking hole. There's it don't make any sense.
I just thought I'm like, how could like there's some obviously glaring things you're just like, what's that woman's motivation? Like, who is she then? Like, what is happening?
Oh, are you saying that in a comedy the female character is underdeveloped? That seems wild. That seems
Actually, in
crazy.
this one, I thought it was the main character, Rachel McAdams. I feel like this movie was about Rachel McAdams and not Will Ferrell.
I honestly think it's because Rachel McAdams is an exceptional actress that
She was,
she's
is,
exceptional,
yeah.
gorgeous, wonderful. Like Rachel McAdams is the real goddamn deal.
I also wonder how that casting process went of like, we're looking for
Ye-
somebody that can,
Okay, can
because
I
I'm
just
sure, like, I know it's a Will Ferrell movie, so he wrote it without Andrew Steele and like they produced it with Adam McKay. So it was their movie, so I'm sure they had choices, but I'm like, was Rachel McAdams who they had in mind, or did they go through and like audition a bunch of
this is what I'm thinking
awesome actresses?
because I don't know. And listen, like I won't get into their accents because
Oh, the accents drop in and out throughout the movie for every person.
yeah.
At one point, I'm like, I wonder if they did this on purpose because it's like everybody drops in and out of the accent.
See, and Jan says this: how does Rachel McAdams not do more movies? And I agree because she is just simply spectacular.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Um, but she's so great. And here's what I thought of Rachel McAdams in this movie, and I'm wondering if you will agree.
Canadian queen, by the way.
Yeah, she is a Canadian queen. Rachel
Oof.
McAdams. Okay, her chemistry with Will Ferrell was this. You know when you're doing an improv scene with someone who's just happy to be there? Like
Yeah.
she was just having the most fun, it seemed, with him.
It does. There's points when you're like,
She's
I was
laughing. He's
watching it,
riffing and she's
even
laughing.
I don't know who the other lady is. I don't know the actress's name, but because there's another mainish character in it. And there was times when I was like, "Oh, Will Ferrell's obviously just improvising," because you could see
Oh,
like a
you can see them
natural
laughing.
laugh.
Yeah.
I'm like, but they don't even cut it out. She's
No.
just like,
But
okay, I guess that's what we're talking
but
about.
Rachel McAdams like grounds it in such a beautiful way. Now Claire is asking, what is the better movie, Eurovision or Palm Springs? I would have to say Palm Springs. And I wouldn't even have to think twice about it. It's Palm Springs.
That's true, except she puts feel good movies. So like,
No,
Palm Springs is a
Jason.
better Palm Springs is a better movie. But like, if it's like I just want a bunch of laughs, I'm gonna laugh more at Eurovision. I did laugh out loud more at Eurovision.
I know, but I had a better time with Palm Springs because halfway through Eurovision, I was like, this is a train wreck. It's a train wreck.
Yeah, but like, I mean, most Saturday Night Live style comedies are. Like people that come out of SNL make
Wayne's
movies
World isn't.
Wayne's World is a very good movie, and I still believe it's because it's directed by a woman who knows what the hell she's doing.
Right. I have to say Palm Springs. Also, can we just like mention, I just want you to see my mug and I just want everyone to take it in. Hold on one second.
Oof. I can't really see it that well.
Do you see who's on this? It's a Two Little Sandwiches mug.
I was going to say, oh my goodness, that's so crazy. I was like, because I can't see it basically at all, but I was like, it looks like Jan Caruana, but why would you have a mug with Jan Caruana on it? But everybody should have a mug with Jan Caruana on it.
Exactly. So I don't know if you can see it, Jason, because the white
That looks
balance.
just white to me.
Right. So this says, hopefully in this camera you can see it. It says, do your best. And
Wonderful.
And the cutest, most beautiful human being on the planet. Mm-hmm.
Can we get that somewhere, or how's that work?
It was just given to me. It was given to me along with some dog treats at the dogs now here. When I like pop the treat container, they know it's Jan's treats, and they just bark, and I know they're saying Two Little Sammies.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I must have missed something. Did Jan make your dog's treats? Is that what?
So Jan lovingly dropped off some dog treats that she had made for the boys, and
Wow.
what preceded this weekend was a photo shoot. With the boys eating, and so they will be presented to Two Little Sandwiches. And if it's if she appreciates it, maybe she can retweet it on a story, but she doesn't need to. But they certainly did a photo shoot for some treats.
Is that one of the ways to a woman's heart? Like it'd be like, oh, she's got pets. I'm gonna like bring something on our second date. I'll bring something for her pets.
No, because here's the thing.
Then you'd be like, oh, you're psycho.
No. It's because some dogs, like my dogs, can't have really any treats. So like Jan's treats are amazing because it's just peanut butter and pumpkin, right. I believe. But like if you're like, hey, here's a bone, I'd be like, well, they can't have that. Like so many dog treats and toys are gross. And it's not the way, it wouldn't be the way to my heart. Absolutely not. So I have to tell you, so my I ran this workshop here in the city, and it was a sketch workshop for students.
Did your show on Friday night?
And they had their big show on Friday night. You can still see the show. It's up on YouTube. But it's called How Do You Even? And anyways, the day of the show, what are you laughing at?
That Stacy throws a class and they come up with the title, How Do You Even?
I know. Thank you. And it was their choice. Okay. It was their choice.
Yeah. We'll let them think it was their choice.
I didn't even get to choose. But anyways, so the day of the show, I'm literally writing them an email because they had missed giving me information. So I was like, excuse me, like, and I look up and one of my students is at my house with flowers, beer, and pizza.
Wow, how nice.
How nice. They pulled the DeRoss. So he delivered me pizza and shitty beer, which, is my favorite. I love shitty beer so much. And so he was like, here's your shitty beer and pizza and beautiful flowers. And it really, after he left, I did cry. I was like,
yeah. Pizza
oh, yeah. And the pizza was eaten. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Salty tears on pizza.
Salty tears on pizza. Also,
I'm gonna name my pizza joint that Salty Tears Pizza.
Oh my God, I would love that. It's kind of crazy. We've never thought about just opening a pizza joint, you and I.
Well, thought about it or talked about it. I've thought about it like daily.
This will solve
Seriously,
everything.
open up a theater, but have like a pizza joint attached to it?
No.
Done.
No, because working at Second City, there was nothing sadder than doing a sketch like about your life or, and the sad parts of it and watching someone eat a corn dog.
No. You don't do it during the show. You make it so it's a restaurant, and then okay. They can come in afterwards.
Yeah, we'll see so many people being like, why can't I have it now? What rule is this? I can see it.
You know what? I gotta go back to the drawing board.
What is your vibe today?
This is the whole thing. Don't put me in a box. Not a singular vibe.
So I'm coming in at a fresh 10, and I think you're at a 0.5 energy.
For what?
Vibe. Just
I feel
energy.
great.
Okay, in the chat, let us know.
Yeah, in the chat, let us know how bad Jason's vibe.
I didn't say it was a bad vibe. I said it was a low vibe, low frequency.
You said you gave yourself a 10 and me a 0.5.
Of energy.
Yeah.
of not perfection. Listen, do you want to wake up to this? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. When I'm awake, I am awake. You know this.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
I can tell. I can tell.
It's Monday morning, man.
Claire
Thank
says,
you.
I'm
Thank you for
sensing.
a soggy 6.
Claire, a soggy 6 on the energy scale. Thank you, Claire. Thank you.
She's given me so much more than a 0.5.
It's okay. Listen, Haley says I feel like I'm on a 0.5 as well. Jameson, buddy, you always get a full 5 points for being up at 9 a.m. with a wee one.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Oh, no, yeah. I've already been up for a few
Damp
hours.
blanket. Listen,
What are you doing here?
I get to wear a fun blouse because it's 12:30. And thank you for talking about the blouse, Jason.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm bringing a vibe today. So listen, something happened this weekend that has changed my life implicitly.
Yeah.
Are you just reading all the comments about you being soggy?
But it's going to be one of those things. It's one of those things when it's like you show up to a party and like you don't come in full energy and they go, what's wrong? And you're like, nothing. No, seriously, what's wrong? Nothing.
Yeah,
What's wrong? Nothing.
This is
and then
our
you're eventually
relationship.
like, well, this is what, yeah, exactly. Nothing's wrong. And then when you ask me 100 times, then something's wrong.
No, it's because something usually is wrong. No? What are you looking
No.
at? Oh, okay.
My computer's about to die, but it's plugged in. So this is weird. This is great.
Jason's just kind of freaking out.
This is a freak out though. So like,
Do you need to go
no,
somewhere?
I'm just gonna so like this. See what's happening here?
Really?
I'll be back in 1 second.
Oh my God. My dream. Okay, everyone. Now is the time. Like, what do we need to talk about?
I'm good.
Damn. Okay.
Great.
Wow. Snake King. Jason gets a 7.5 and I get a 9.
Yeah, man, Snake King's on it, but it's still like
you.
how I didn't realize my energy was lower than yours. So like this is still kind of heartbreaking.
Are
even
you
when people
kidding me? But that's
No.
always the case. When your energy is the same level as mine, you are destroying me. And everyone's like, whoa, Jason's in a mood.
Oh man, this podcast breaks me down.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it
This is
doesn't.
gaslighting. This is gaslighting. Yes, it does. I feel it. I feel it.
Did I ever tell you when I called my mom out for being a gaslighter? You
No.
couldn't handle Jason at a 9. I know.
You can't handle the 9.
The second you become a 9, everyone's like madly in love with you and like can't handle it. The sexuality is so palpable.
Oh, my mic. I'll never figure out this mic. I don't know what's happening.
She's not saying you're loud now. She's like, when you're
know.
at level 9, you're on the mic. Yeah.
Well, okay, but your
Jameson's
life was
right.
changed on the weekend.
Jameson
and
says, turn around and show us your hair. So can you?
I don't know. I don't know if it's bad today.
We'll
Like,
tell you. We'll tell you.
I cut it again.
Oh my God. Okay, show us the back. You know what it looks like? You know Mo from the Three Stooges? Like his front bangs? It looks like that at the back.
Well, because I don't know. You can't cut the back. How about this?
You can cut the back.
I mean, like I can't. I physically can't. But and my wife tries to help, but I'm like, no, get out of here.
I love that you need to do it on your own. It looks better when you fix it like that. And everyone says in the chat it's getting better and it's not terrible. He gets another 3 points, 8 out of 10. Well, I'm at 9. This can't be a tie. You can't win. No.
What was your life-changing experience over the weekend?
Thank you for asking. So here's the deal.
Oh, by the way, nice blouse.
Thank you, Jason. That's so nice.
I'm just catching up. I'm on
I dressed like a piece of shit all weekend, and so I tried to put in a little effort today. So I was talking to my friend Audrey, and we were talking about our favorite TV shows, right?
Okay.
And it was the best. But
This is
then,
a conversation I can jump into. No problem.
exactly. But then the best part about it was it transitioned to not only what are you watching right now, but what's your favorite kissing show?
Oh, I saw you tweet something about that. Okay, great.
So it was just like wanting something romantic, all that kind of stuff. I was like, what are you watching? And
Your
so
favorite
then,
kissing show. So like, does that just mean like, oh, when you're watching, you're like, oh, those people on there are kissing
like
good.
something romantic, something like soap opera-y. Like we get
Okay.
nasty at 8 p.m. Like, what's the show? Is it a
Okay.
scandal? Is it How We Get Away with Murder? Those are sexy. And I got on to Normal People, which I hear is
Okay.
like tragic, wonderful,
Mm-hmm.
and sexy. Do you just get a text
I haven't
message?
seen it.
No. And so I started Normal People yesterday, and boy, damn.
Aren't you still flying through Friday Night Lights? You got a lot of seasons to go on that.
No, I know. I took a pause.
Isn't that your kissing show?
No.
Really? Okay. Because like, what's his face is on it and everything.
What do you mean?
What's the guy's name? Tyler Kitsch. Kitsch.
No, yeah, we love Tyler Kitsch, but or Taylor Kitsch, but Kyle Chandler.
You need something more adult, not about high school students. Okay.
No, no,
get
this
it. I get it.
no, this show is about high school students. It's about high school students who go to university and like their love affair continues. Yeah, Jameson, thank you. It is more of a beefy show, like Friday Night
And
Lights.
Claire's right, actually. There you go. Fleabag.
Oh my God. Fleabag season 2 with the hot priest. Claire, yes. So this is what I was loving. I was like, it just tickled my heart to talk about kissing shows. I truly want to start a podcast called Kissing Shows where we bring people on and we just talk about their favorite kissing scenes.
Cool.
Don't you think that'd be great?
I think it would be great. There's a lot of those shows that I don't watch, like those hour-long drama things. I have a hard time watching them, and I don't know why.
Jameson's into the Fleabag season 2. The priest is so hot, and she's so hot. Like, it's so great.
Yeah. I mean, but that's one of the best shows in the past decade.
Totally. Love it. Oh my God, Tasha. Okay, Tasha, Insecure absolutely counts. I'm just starting the most current season of Insecure, and I'm like ready for it. But my friend Audrey was also raving about Insecure as a great kissing show.
I mean, Issa Rae also did that one with Kumail.
No, Johnny, but that's a movie, and it's not a kissing movie.
I was gonna say movie, but like, but it is a kissing movie. That's what I was gonna say. Like, that's a kissing movie.
No, it's not a kissing movie. You don't get it.
Oh, come on! It's all about them becoming together. Like they break up and they get back together. It's great in that sense. It's just not enough inspiration from Insecure because I haven't seen Insecure.
No, Insecure is a sexy little show, but no, that movie is not a kissing movie. You don't understand what a kissing movie is. This is the problem.
I get it, but I don't watch them, so it's like that to me is a kissing movie.
That's just a romantic comedy. Like you don't even understand what a kissing movie is.
I understand what a kissing movie. Dirty Dancing would be a kissing movie.
Totally. That's a kissing movie. What's a good kissing show, would you say, Jason?
A good kissing. Well, this is the whole thing. Like I don't watch many of them, but like a
Snake
good kissing
King.
show.
Snake King says not another teen movie. Snake King says kissing scenes are stupid, and I disagree. So I've been watching Normal People. It's so great. It's so good. I know my heart's going to break. I know it's going to break, and I can't handle it. I also just think about if we had to shoot those scenes, like it made me blush thinking about how I would have to shoot those scenes. Like I can't.
Well, I mean, that also like ties into the clip you put up this weekend of like a old short film of ours where it's like we don't kiss on.
Oh my God. I think we talked about this on the podcast. So when Jason and I saw this weekend on YouTube, our short, we like to call it a short film, called One Afternoon, was recommended to me, and I was like, oh, I remember that. And so I watched it and got all the feels, and I was like, I'm gonna post this on my Instagram. But it reminded me of when we were on set and our director, and I think we said this on the podcast already, but our director had to sit us down and was like, where are your comfort levels? And we're like, what are you talking about? And we're like, well, you have and he was like, well, you have to kiss. And I think we were both kind of didn't realize, like I was like, what? They're like, well, you wrote that you kiss.
Well, we don't have to.
We don't have, well, how do we shoot around that? And they're like,
don't you edit that and you like do CG or something?
And not only did we have to kiss, you had to touch my waist in a sensual way. not swat it like a bug was
Kind
on
of,
it.
because I have to touch. But the second my fingers even like graze static electricity between your waist, you have to like go, oh God, don't, no, which I think also was like probably the easiest acting you've ever done.
Oh yeah, but you could tell I was really operating 10 out of 10, and I needed to bring it down to a 6. That first scene. But Chase and I had never had to kiss ever in a scene or anything
Which
before.
is crazy because we've written a lot of stuff together, but I guess.
Haley goes, "Oh my god, I watched it. It's so awkward. I loved it." And a million blessings. Thank you so much. We would rather stand in front of each other in our underwear than
Oh, that's easy.
burst through the room and I just shove you against the thing and smooch you. And I was like, and then we never talked about it.
Oh. No, that was my old house.
Yeah, that was where your child was.
Yeah.
Oh, good times. Good, lovely times. But anyways, I'm really excited for Normal People. I just want to keep watching it. Tamika says she loves Come to Bed.
Come to Bed.
Come to Bed is truly one of my favorite things to date that Jason and I have ever created. Because doing it live, like Jason is an incredible improviser, so you just never knew what he was gonna say. And I just
was like, let's write a sketch, and I'm like, so I can just go off stage and like yell anything. All right, this is great.
oh my god. So if you haven't watched Come to Bed, I highly recommend it. Just go watch it. It's on my YouTube channel. But I ruined so many takes when we shot that because I was laughing so hard. And in fact, one afternoon when you come out of bed and you've got that pizza, I don't really think that was originally planned.
That wasn't that we made that up on it. That was it.
So Jason, the covers come down and Jason had pizza and that was improvised. And I was trying to not laugh and ruin it. But Come to Bed, I remember I got in trouble from our friend who was directing it. He was like, you are, like, I know he's funny, but you are ruining takes. I was like, I can't. It's too hard.
Let's make some more shorts.
We got to make some more. Well, Haley says Stacey is max level annoyed during Come to Bed. And I'm like, that is how Jason and I operate.
Your pajamas spell out your personality in that one, though, so much.
Those are my real pajamas. I still wear them.
But if I had a wife or a girlfriend at the time that was wearing those, I'd be like, I know you're not coming to bed.
And you know what? I wasn't. No, that was so funny. And there's so many scenes, like there's so many takes that were unusable because of my laughter. Yeah, I remember you taking the phone call. So Jason was like upstairs and he would just say whatever and we would just let him run. And he was like, what was your friend's name?
She's at it again.
What was your name? I can't remember his name. Steven, she's at it again. We'll have to come to your house. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. And then my favorite was this is for nobody else, but when you walk down the stairs, there was a point where Jason just made eye contact with me slowly down the stairs and then around the corner. And you were like,
oh, yeah.
Can you come pick me up? Can you come pick me up, please? Anyways, so funny. Try that, Normal People. We kept our pants on and it was fire.
I'm still like racking my brain for a kissing show because I don't know. Yeah, well, I don't know if I don't watch like hour long. We just finished.
It doesn't need to be. Normal People's 30 minutes. They're getting their clothes off and on. Yes.
I watch a lot of like comedy. I don't know. We just watched the morning show, and that's not a kissing show.
That show sucks. So, I hate to tell you. But it fucking sucks.
But I was like, this is what all these shows are. Like there's always interesting backdrop. I'm like, great, this is an awesome backdrop to what it is. But then I'm like, but it's just a soap opera. In the end, it's just a soap opera.
The morning show stinks, and I can't figure out Jennifer Aniston's face. And that's what's concerning to me. There's things that are different, and I can't figure out what it is.
It is great. Like I still have all the love in the world for Steve Carell, even after Space Force, which was so
Listen,
heartbreakingly
I'm not watching that.
not good.
I'm not watching that. Now, there's something about Steve Carell like getting a bit tough that I don't hate. I enjoy,
Okay.
but I'm kind of I loved
I
him
love
in
so much about him. I love so much about his person. I love so much about his comedy.
40-Year-Old Virgin
That
does not hold up, but there are moments in that movie that are still so delightful
very
to
funny.
me.
Yeah, of course.
So delightful to me. I love it so much. But anyways, you got to think about some kissing shows, and if anyone has any recommendations in the chat, or if you're listening to this, you can tell us on our Instagram, the Regulars Podcast.
The thing is, you know what? I do have. I don't know if you're gonna get mad at this.
Oh,
You might
God,
even get
what?
mad at this. I don't know. I have been watching a show, and I'm actually fully caught up on it.
Okay.
It's a reality show. It's called Double Shot at Love.
Are you fucking kidding me? In truth, are you fucking kidding me?
But this is what happened.
What is up with you?
No, but I watched it this weekend. This is what happened. My wife goes to sleep, and then I was like, I can't watch any shows that she.
So then what? You can't text me? You can't fucking text me? We can't watch it together?
I can't text you when I start something at midnight here, and it's 3:00 your time. That's
why?
crazy.
That wouldn't stop me.
Well, then now I know.
I can't believe. And then the next day you wouldn't text me and go, "Hey, I started watching that show. You should catch up." And I would have been like, "Great."
Because I thought you were like, I hated it and didn't want to watch the second season. I was like, I'll tell you on the podcast that I'm watching.
Okay, so tell me about it then.
Well, this is the whole thing. Like, it's not getting any better. It is getting better in
I can't.
It's better that it's not them trying to like just being like, we were dating everybody. But it is just like, it's just garbage. All it is garbage. I only watched it because I was trying to fall asleep.
Okay. Well, yeah, because they're single now, but they keep calling them Vinny and Polly's girls. And it's like, what are you talking about?
And it is just about like Nikki, but Nikki's they're humanizing her and she's not freaking out and being weird. Like a lot of the girls aren't, it's not as dramatic this time. It's like, cool. Now there's no pressure on us to like wash your feet. Do you know what I mean? Like they're all just like, the first one felt like it felt so misogynistic and whatever. It's like they would literally wash their feet and be like, please let me be with you. Where this one doesn't feel like that at all.
Wash their feet. I hate, can you think of
I don't know. That
phrase?
just came up in my mind. You know what I mean? Like it seems that demeaning where it's like, you know what I mean? Like the first one seemed demeaning.
Well, I'll tell you, I started watching this show called Love on the Spectrum, and everyone's talking about it on Netflix.
I know. I want to watch this.
I will say this, though. It is so awesome to see people on dates being super direct and also respecting boundaries. And I am like, I was watching some of these episodes and I'm like, I've never been that honest ever on a date. Like my whole approach to dating is like, let's pretend until I lock you in. And then I go, surprise.
This is Stacy the morning after she's had a wedding. Good morning. I've got a few things I need to tell you.
Hey, so I've been pretty upset for 6 months.
We met 6 months ago. I thought this was a whirlwind love.
Right. So I'm going to need you to, can you go wash your face first? Is that what you think dating me would be like?
You would lie about everything? No, I think you would.
No, that's the thing. But it's just like, so there was this one date. The woman was just like, yeah, I'm just like not feeling this. Like she was just like, no, it's like not for me. I think it's like great friend material. And he was like, and the guy was just like, okay, that's like really good to know. And you know, I think you're really great friend material. And they were like, then this is like a win because now we've just met someone that can be my friend. And they were like, great. And he's like, don't feel bad about that. And I was just like, what?
That's pretty nice. But unless like the only time that would be terrible is when the guy goes, oh, I guess I'll just put this ring back in my pocket.
Oh, yeah. Like it gets that far. And you're like, whoa, hold on. Let me just see it. No, it's okay. You can drive me home. No, I thought that was great. But
have you done a follow-up on any of was it The Circle? The Oval? What was the one with the Terminator 2 guy that got married?
What? Oh, do you mean Love is Blind?
Love is Blind.
Okay,
That's what
yeah.
I'm
So I've
thinking
been
of.
following the Love is Blind people. I've just started unfollowing a bit. So Cameron, who we loved, who was kind of like the
Terminator.
scientist, the
Yeah.
Terminator, always walking around holding her waist, just like always.
Yes.
Um, uh,
Never has like never used his spine because it's always just up.
so he's a scientist, but now you see his Instagram and he's just like in sexy tight suits and like working out, and I'm just like, what? When are you in the lab? I just don't know. Also, can I ask, people in the chat are talking about the show Catastrophe. That is with Chris O'Dowd, right? Because yumyum.ca, if it is.
Yeah, I've
Is it
heard
Chris
from
O'Dowd?
everybody that's ever talked about it said it's really great.
It's 10 minutes, right? I'm going to watch that because I think Chris O'Dowd is so hot. I can't even handle it.
What do you mean it's 10 minutes?
I think they're 10 episodes and they're 10 minutes. Can someone tell me in the chat?
It's Rob Delaney.
Rob Delaney, then what am I thinking about?
I don't know because it's also not 10 minutes. Catastrophe is like an actual show. What did I say?
I'm going to have to look it up. Chris O'Dowd, Irish actor. Maybe I'm just like in the Irish state of mind, you know?
But Rob Delaney also like he's a pretty attractive dude.
Rob Delaney? Yeah, he's attractive. No, I heard that show's really, really good. Yeah. I'm loving all these
Maybe
kissing
I just
shows.
don't watch shows about kissing. Like
Well, the shows aren't about kissing.
No, but I mean, like, I can't even think of thing where I'm like, because, you know, I love relationship based stuff. Like, that's kind of where I live. And it's like, I don't know if I watch anything that really speaks to that, which is very weird.
What do you mean?
I'm trying to think of a show that I watch where I'm like, oh yeah, this is about two people getting together in love, dating, whatever. And I'm like, I don't think I watch any shows like that now that I think about it.
Sorry, the show that I'm thinking about is called State of the Union.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm struggling here with my throat. What? What?
See, I love Catastrophe. Jameson just wrote, I just asked my friend about kissing shows like Outlander, and she said, other seasons of Outlander?
He's really pumping Outlander, and I just, okay.
I don't know Outlander, but it doesn't feel like that's a kissing show.
Well, I believe it's time travel, no?
I don't know. I think we're both thinking of Highlander.
I think we are. Is Highlander with the sword?
There can only be one.
Yeah. So my mom loved Highlander, and I knew that was her kissing show. And every time we watched it, like she'd be watching Highlander, and
That's a kissing show?
I don't know. We always just thought like, it's all of it. Like my mom would always be watching that show. We would always be like, okay, and just like leave the room. Like we just were like, no. It's a time travel romance novel.
And then Claire wrote, oh, it's a kissing show. Well, Outlander then. Okay, great. Is it different than Highlander?
Yeah, what's the difference between Highlander?
There can only be one kiss? Like, is that where they all fight for like who's the ultimate kiss?
You know, yeah, my mom was always into that, and I couldn't get into it. I know the guy had a ponytail, and I don't know. I can't judge because my first boyfriend had a ponytail, and he was very attractive.
Oh, okay, great. I've never heard very attractive before. I've heard you talk about ponytail boyfriend a lot.
He was really attractive. Like, I couldn't believe he wanted to date me. And then I promptly permed my hair, and I looked like Annie, little orphan Annie. And he still wanted to date me. It was wild. Wild.
I think this is when we first met. This is when that was happening.
No. My first boyfriend was when I was 25 or like, no, my first boyfriend was like in university.
Okay. I thought you had just moved out or with Ponytail Boy's house when we met.
Oh, well, we when I started comedy is when we started to break up.
Right.
As is always the way. There's nothing like, there's just, TikTok is my kissing show. Very funny, Elizabeth. It's always funny when people start doing comedy, like the new people on the scene, and they have a boyfriend or a partner. And I'm like, okay, you can kiss them goodbye, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you love them? You want to be a comedian? You have a partner from there's a before.
Oh, they have a
comedy?
regular job. They work at a bank.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But then the ones that do hold on to that relationship are the best off because they're like, oh, there's a steadiness to your life.
Yes.
But you're also doing this.
100%.
Those are the people that win.
100%. 100%. But there's something about when you start comedy and you have a partner and they didn't know you as a comedian and then you become a comedian, that transition's tough for them. Tough.
Right, because at first it's just the phase.
Well,
And
first
then they
it's
go,
like,
wait a second, I thought you were just like taking classes for comedy. What happened?
right.
here?"
And then the fights are like, can you not do a bit? I'm like, can you not perfectly set me up then? You fucking idiot. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I love that, like, new people on the scene. Okay, yeah. We'll have the same chat in 3 months. So funny. Well, that was the thing too when I started like dating. People would be like, "You do what? Wild." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I guess."
Tell me a joke.
Oh my god, I can't believe that still happens.
Well, of course it does, because that's what you do. But it's like,
Always at a wedding with some old perv who's like, "Someone said you're a bit of a comedian. Why come over and tell me a joke?" No.
is it on my lap?
Why don't you
No.
fall over and then we'll all laugh at you while you try and get up, you old fart.
I already did that twice.
My hip.
Rule of threes.
Yes, and I will go fuck myself. No, but ridiculous. I can't. But Jason, I highly recommend that you watch Normal People. I'm wondering how it'll make you feel. I'm just wondering.
Okay,
I know
but
it's
here's the
about
I want to
to
put this
get
out to the
dark.
community then. Do I start watching? You said The New Normal? Is that the one?
Normal People.
The New Normal is a different show.
Normal People is
Normal People versus Catastrophe, though. What do I watch next?
I think you should watch Catastrophe. I think you'll like it more.
Because I do trust Tasha. She's.
Did you finish Fleabag? Have you watched
yeah.
Fleabag?
I finished Fleabag like immediately.
Right.
That was a while ago, but it was so good.
So good. Yeah, you should maybe finish Catastrophe then.
I started watching episodes.
Episodes is so good. Episodes is so good.
It's way better than I was expecting for sure. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is.
Have
you watched it all?
Oh, yeah. I would say the first season is dynamite. The second season and the rest kind of just like fade out.
That's where I'm at. So I just finished the second season and I was like, well, this wasn't as good. The first season was really good.
I would say drop it and go to Catastrophe. I haven't seen it, but I have a feeling
I was already going to drop it, so that's great.
Oh, you were? There's a lot of things I don't know about you right now. A lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been dating for a while, and there's some things I have to tell you.
Oh my God. I know.
Who are you texting? What's happening?
No, I'm looking up a story that I wanted to show you on People. Who are you texting? Yeah, just like my crew, my posse. What's up? Tasha says, I followed Catastrophe with Fleabag. It was a really good couple of weeks for me. So that's a really good calling for you because you trust her implicitly. And Jameson says, I cannot talk today. Not going to lie, I kind of want you to watch The New Normal and then talk about it when we talk about normal people. But here's the problem though. So I'm watching Normal People and the guy in it is like so hot, but he's 25. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, this is what I'm talking about. Like you were like Friday Night Lights and you're watching it and getting hot and bothered.
But like Jesse Plemons, like this. I love
Jesse Plemons.
I know, of course. Taylor Kitsch, but you can tell.
And I also like, I can't say his name, but is it Tyler
Kitsch? Yeah. Or Taylor Kitsch.
Taylor Kitsch. I love him now that I watched that Waco thing. I was like, oh yeah, that's a cult I'd get into. Right.
Yeah.
Do you ever have a problem when you're like, you meet someone new and you're like, oh fuck, I'm fucked. If they own a cult, I'm done because I will follow that person. I'm fucked.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Whenever I watch cult stuff, I'm like, this honestly looks like a legit party with like no judgment, no rules, no boundaries. I'm here. I'm in this cult. Like it's happening. It's happening.
I'm always worried that I'm just going to be like, I'm going to tell this person, I'm going to get drunk and tell them like, hey, if you start a cult, I'm in. I'll be your first one signed up.
My only problem is like, I can't, like the relationships where it's like, we are all dating him. I'd be like, I don't think so. We're not doing that. Right? Not happening.
But which is also crazy because it's the writing on the wall. All cults seem to end with Well, then he goes crazy, and then we're all dating him. So
Yeah, of course.
but like if you just pass that up, I'm waiting for the cult that actually succeeds, and it's like, oh, there is a utopia that we're all missing here, and they've
Well,
figured it
here's the
out.
thing. So I don't want to bring it back to the Zac Efron travel show, but he literally goes to a cult in Costa
Okay,
Rica.
great.
Can
Wait a
we?
minute. So what episode are you on in this? You're following through.
Yeah, but every time I watch it, I go, ugh, I just got to finish this.
By the way, Snake King's right.
Illuminati.
Illuminati, they go no dating, and then the cult lasts forever.
Of course. So they go to Costa Rica, and if anyone's watched this, please get in the chat with me. So they go to Costa Rica and they meet a group of people that are living in a utopia. They're trying to build one in Costa Rica. This
Because in all these
guy,
cults, all the people are like, it started off so good.
of
Like, it
course.
was
Oh
utopia.
yeah, I know. Of course. Have you all seen The Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio? Hello.
Hello.
Paint by numbers of
Have
destruction.
we ever been to like one of those resorts and you're just like, of course, oh my God, I imagine living here. Oh God, life would be so great. And then
Right.
like day 4, you're like, this is hell.
It's like going to youth group with your friend, and the first 30 minutes are like super fun, and then all of a sudden you're like, what the fuck?
Stacey going to youth group in her 30s. Yeah.
Oh my God,
This is-
totally. Just like all these hot guys playing guitar saying like they really like my company. And I'm like, okay, I'll go. But so he goes to this thing where they're trying to like live off the land and they're all a community.
Yeah.
And it's
What country is this in?
Costa Rica. So
Oh,
they,
you said that. Yeah.
so the leader is a classic cult leader wiener guy. I'm like, he looks like a wiener. He's the cult leader. Allegedly.
Sure.
And then that's when Zac Efron approaches them and he sees all these hot chicks, is what he calls them. He's like, oh, these hot chicks, as he's approaching the commune. Okay. He goes, holy. And everyone's being respectful except Zac Efron, who keeps going like this. Have you seen? They're so hot. It's like all these women sitting on rocks. I'm like, this is a cult. This is going to end terribly.
Yeah. It's going to end in a fire with shotguns.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Jameson. Yeah, Darren loved this like cult leader guy. Again, allegedly not a cult leader, but weird.
Yeah, but you would.
I
don't know. They've got to the point of having a cult.
The problem also with that cult, and this would be the problem for me, it's my same problem with camping. It's more cleaning than it is resting and enjoying, right? Every time you go camping, it's like, should we cook dinner? And then we have to clean the dishes. Then we have to put away the food. Then we got to plan for the next meal. It's like, when do we just get to chill out? And I feel like with this commune living, there's just a lot of tasks.
What was that one on Netflix where it was called like something country? It's one of the first cult ones that came out on Netflix.
Oh, Wild Wild Country.
Wild Country, which, yes, did I fall in love with the lady that was the puppet master behind that whole thing? People might say 100%.
You might say
But why
she
did that
went
one
to
succeed
jail.
so well? Because she didn't want to date anybody. She's like, no, I'm going to rule all of you.
But the second she was
just
like,
became
you have
more
to wear.
violent than anybody else.
Totally. Well, the second she was like, hey, bring your debit card. Like, you have to buy this linen outfit. Like,
Yeah.
I love
But
it.
she's also like, oh, that town's pissing us off. Why don't we go poison the reservoir? Like, oh my God, you're full evil.
Just out the gate. Should we kill them then? Hey,
I don't know. The reservoir, don't like the babies and the children drink that water.
perfect. So we
Yeah,
are in
yeah.
agreement.
So we're all in agreement here, right?
My favorite in that, not favorite, but in that documentary, it's like, it was wonderful. It was amazing. We all got along. We had violent, crazy orgy sex in one tent where we screamed. Anyways, back to the gardening. I was like, hold up. One sec. What happened in that tent?
The scream orgies, and then we're blessed and we move on.
So Mondays we milk the cows. Tuesdays we have a scream orgy. Wednesdays we make popcorn and watch movies. You're like, hold up.
They cut to it, and there's a guy with a full beard, and he's just kind of like vibrating a bit, and will like lie down on a woman and just like keep doing this, and it's like, I don't even know if that's sex or if that's just like,
I don't know what it was. I just was not having it. Oof, no thanks. No thanks. Can't deal. There's got to be a reason that no one's really jumped in the chat when we started talking about the scream orgies in the cult movies. Oh, Jameson's recommending everyone needs to listen to the CBC Uncovered series, Escaping, what is it, Nexum? That sex cult, the BC cult with
NXIVM. I don't know if that's like, that's almost like
but
a Latin numeral. You take that anyway, but
it was that crazy cult. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. I can't. It's so gross. So gross. What? Can't deal with it. We should do a film.
Afraid.
We should do it like what? Like I feel like our cult would just be like pizza. Like no.
Well, yeah.
Pizza. What would be a part of it? Jersey Shore, just always on repeat in one tent.
I love that it's just a bunch of tents and you get to pick what you need to do at that point.
Well, I remember like I watched this interview with Jennifer Lawrence and I can't remember what movie she was doing.
Hunger Games.
No. Oh, you know what it was? It was when she was dating that Darren Aronofsky. Was that? And so she was doing Mother, and that movie was so intense that so she wasn't always in that dark place. She requested a tent or like a setup that always had like the Kardashians playing and was just like her like escape room, like just a light and bright room.
That's amazing.
I know, but I would never ask that ever.
Well, do you know what that reminds me of? I had a friend that worked on Suicide Squad, and he said that Will Smith was like the nicest person.
Yeah.
And he set up like a games room for like the crew, like PAs and stuff like that. Like there was like an air hockey table or something like that. Like he just set up and goes, they work hard. They need some time down or whatever. It's like he set up some fun
Who's
stuff.
Who's going to let any crew member, we've all been on set. What fucking crew
too.
member is going ever to play air hockey? In fact, when you're on set, I'm like, are you guys okay? Like, do you need me to get you some water? Like, you've been here for 16 hours before you even got here.
I hate that stuff. Can I get you some water? Because you're also like just not supposed to go, like for union rules and everything. They don't want you to move and everything else. They're like, but like, I feel so bad. They're like, can I get you some water? I'm like, I'll go get it.
Did I ever tell you there was like there was a PA's job, and their job was to like grab me water and like get me snacks and stuff. Yeah. And I never wanted them to do that because I felt terrible. And then they were like, no, but like if you don't let me do that, like I don't have a job.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll have a water, please.
Water.
Water. Water. Water.
Water for talent.
Water for talent. Could we do a show where we're PAs?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Like, I think that's probably been pitched by everybody that's been a PA, and they're like, the first show they pitch is like called PAs.
No, but we're this age. We're our age currently. Yeah.
Just want to bust into the business? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Again, we're talking just like behind the scenes, whatever. Have you ever been like driven like when you have to be in a car with somebody driving and they're like, you can sit in the back, and then you're like, okay. Like, I
started doing that with Ubers off the top, and I think I freaked people out because Uber started off as like a ride share, and I was like, I'd get in the front seat and be like, how's it going? Cool, man. Except sometimes you'd open the door and they'd go, oh, and they'd have to like clear a binder off their seat or something.
Go sit in the back. What's your problem?
I don't know. It's like, hey man, how's it going?
Let me tell you, if there's a group and there's 3 seats in the back and there's one room that someone needs to go to the front, it will never be me. I will throw a tantrum. I'll be like, it's not happening. I'm not sitting in the front.
The only time it won't be me is like if it's a small car and it's like we're with a friend with long legs. I'd be like, you take the front, because I'll sit in the middle and the back.
Because you love talking.
My short, stumpy legs.
Jan says, I think they don't want to talk to me either, so I'm fine sitting in the back. Jan, everyone wants to talk to you. You're so wonderful. I have nothing to offer, and I have like, my face is just not welcoming in those situations. I will talk, but sometimes you don't. I'm sure sometimes they don't want to talk.
Talk to you go like, can you speed up, please? It's just, why did we go to the right?
First
if you would have stayed on the street.
I'm always running late. Kel Surprise to nobody. I am always running late. I can't get out the door to save my life.
Is this a type of person? Because like, I think you and I are similar in this, where it's like,
you're always on time.
You calculate it. So you're like, I'm gonna be there on the minute. Like you kind of go, oh, it's 10 minutes to get there. I'm gonna leave 10 minutes prior to.
Yeah, I want to tell you. So if my audition or something, my audition as if when, so if let's just say we're going to Little Sam.
Audition at noon.
Yeah, audition at noon. I'm like, okay, I will have a shower at 11, and I think the shower will take me 10 minutes. But I'm gonna have I got my shower radio in there. I'm having a time. Yep. I'm not getting out till close to 11:30. Then I got to do my hair and makeup. And then I'm like, okay, if I take an Uber at 11:40, I'll get there. It's like, you're going to get across town in 20 minutes. In what world? In what world?
But also then you plug in the Uber and you're like, 7 minutes away.
7 minutes away. And that's what
and then
always
you're texting like, sorry, the Uber sucks.
Yeah. Sorry, the Uber sucks. Yes. Yes. Always. Yeah.
Although I've gotten better at being here because you kind of have to, like, you go, great, it's going to be a 70-minute drive to my audition. Great. Perfect.
I just appreciate, like, and the thing is, I know if when people are on time, like, I know how disrespectful it is for people to be late. I understand it implicitly.
Of course.
Implicitly, I understand it. Because when people are late with me, I'm livid and I'm always late, right?
I'm not normally late, though. I somehow make it, but I'm like, I've
You're always
calculated
on
it to
time.
the minute. But my wife hates it because my wife's like, we got to be there in it's a 20-minute drive. It's half an hour. I'm like, so we got 10 minutes? She's like, no, get in the fucking car.
If you invite me to your house for a party, and it's not like a dinner party, like a party, and it's at 8:30, I'm not showing up till 9:30. Like a party, right?
Did you guys already do the surprise or?
I know, surprise parties. We're like, oh my God. I did one surprise party for somebody at nightmare. Well, won't ever do it again.
Yeah, I did it once for my wife. I think the first year we were dating, and then someone in your con class ruined it, and I was like, "Oh, great."
It wasn't me, was it?
No.
Oh, okay, perfect. No, but if someone's like, my party, come to my house at 9. Let's say a house party at 9. Yeah, 9:30 minimum is when I'm showing up. Nothing is worse than it's like, yeah, come on over anytime after 9, and someone at 9 is like, knock, knock, and you're like, what the fuck's your problem? You don't have a family? What are you doing here? Am I wrong?
No.
But if it's like, hey, dinner's at whatever, then it's like, then you have to be there then, right?
Yeah. If it's a restaurant, like we got reservations and you have to show up at a certain time. Then
restaurant.
You can't show up an hour late. Yeah.
No. But I'm saying, yeah. Anyways, that's like socializing. Like you can kind of waver, but I'm always late. Well, I'm distracted by everything.
Although we do have a friend. I don't know if he's not here to defend himself, so I don't know to bring it up or not. But I'm like, you guys all know how cool this person is because you've seen him on our podcast. But Nigel is just like, if you throw a party, he's like, yeah, and then he'll stop by like
10 minutes before it's done.
Because he's like doing 100 different things.
Oh, but that's the thing. Like, I respect people. Like, I've had friends who are like, oh, I have to go. I have a date. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you stopped before? What? Like, you have a date now?
Yeah, he's like, okay, go.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, yeah, but
that's like people who like get on a plane.
That actually it sounds bad because like he's also like the nicest.
No, but
nicest friend too,
I think the problem is when you're late to something, you just need to keep it moving. You need to like, not address. You need because no one wants to like, I would always come in with like a big story. I always describe myself as like running into a room 15 minutes late with my purse exploding. And I'm like, I can explain. Oh my God, the Uber. It was terrible. I ordered it too late. Can you imagine? Oh my God.
Stacey.
Yeah.
It's the eulogy.
Of course.
We're in the middle of the eulogy.
Let's bury this bitch. Wrong?
Yeah.
Wrong? I love it. We've really stalled the chat here, and that happens sometimes. No, I don't know. I'm really trying to not be a late person. I'm really trying, and it's really easy with this pandemic because you don't have to be anywhere. Tasha says she'd rather come early and then leave early. There's always that one person who stays way after everyone else has left. That is both Jason and
Welcome.
I. Hi, we're here. Nice to meet you.
There has been time when I've looked around the bar and like the seats are up and I'm like, oh, we gotta we gotta go.
Oh,
And
the
like
seats are up all the time.
the bartenders at the comedy bar are too nice, and then they'll be like, yeah, you kind of gotta go. Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course. Hey guys, last minute, finish your drinks, and you're like, all right.
You're the only one here.
Then
Oh yeah.
Then we agree. We've all had a perfect night.
Yeah. Too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, too much. But because I mean, I love a hangout. There's just like nothing better. Just cracking a little beer. The thing is, it's the one more, right? When you're with your friends and you're like, are we getting one more? It's like, we all want
that's the
one more.
problem.
I know.
Like we're on August 3rd, and I was like, by the way, I'm going to finish my 30-day this week with Chloe Ting. And I've also been trying to like keep it tight on the diet a little bit, but like that's failed miserably. And I'm like, in August, great, I'll make maybe 1 or 2 rules. Like maybe I'll try to cut down on drinking. We're on August 3rd. I have drank the last 3 nights in a row.
Right.
And on top of it, I'm like, well, then I'll make a rule. I'll call it like the August 8th. I'm like, after 8 o'clock at night, I won't touch anything. But I'm like, no, because once you start drinking, then I was like, okay, I'll just have 1 drink tonight. Just because like to be social on Zoom. And then like 1 drink in, you're just like, oh, the night's begun.
The night's begun. Listen, I started watching Normal People, and then I was like, I need a beer. That's just like,
I can't see someone drink a beer on TV and not be like,
I know.
Oh, well,
and here's the thing, they're Irish.
So that's why I love Cheers. I'll just watch it and be like, I guess I have to go get a beer.
Well, Normal People, I had to look up the drinking age in Ireland, which is 18. So they're all at the pub drinking pints, which I was like, this looks delicious to me. And they were smoking cigarettes. Yeah, Jason, no one on Zoom can tell what you're drinking. Just to be clear, everyone, if you want to be sober and you don't want anyone to ask you, no one's looking on Zoom. But everyone was drinking beer.
I knew that though. But I was still like, yeah, I know.
I also want to say this. So I am done my Chloe Ting 14-day shred. And
why didn't we celebrate? We should have popped some champagne.
We really should have popped some champagne.
And when are the photos coming out then? When's the before and after?
So I have the photos, and it is quite shocking, I will say.
That's awesome, because mine still look the same.
Right. Well, you didn't do the program that I told you to do. So
I will.
Now
in 4 days.
I will say, just to like break taboos or whatever. So, because I'll talk about it. I don't care. And I think women should talk about it. In these things, like also during the 2 weeks, like I guess mine was about 2.5 weeks I was doing. You're also fluctuating because of like your period and your body. And women can fluctuate around 10 pounds for their period. Like you can gain, right? And so it's kind of crazy to see all the photos I took, because like I can see right near the end of the challenge, I look bigger. And then I took my final photos and I'm like, oh, damn. What a difference.
Nice.
Yeah, my shorts are looser.
So if you did it, if it was like a flip, it could go like this. Ooh.
Yeah. But I'm just like, I've never felt better. I'm consistently working out. I'm doing my Peloton every day. And then now I just do the Chloe Ting workouts like 4 times a week. But I've just been like actively doing at minimum 30 minutes on my Peloton every day. And I highly recommend it just to get you into a routine.
That Peloton was the best thing you ever did.
The best thing I ever bought. The best thing I ever bought. Yeah.
Do you even remember all the trouble that you had getting it anymore? Like that just fades away.
The trouble I had getting it?
Didn't it like show up down the street and you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, now I have to go to like, see, maybe you've forgotten all about it.
I didn't forget all about it.
Oh, okay.
No, it came in a van and then 2 men hoisted it up the stairs.
I thought didn't you get like a sign that says you have to come down to a post office, and you're like, what the hell? You're so flipping out about it for like a second.
No, that wasn't my Peloton. It wasn't that. Because my
see.
Peloton was like such an easy delivery, and they like brought it up the stairs.
I think this is a different type of delivery. I think this is like your labor. You forget all the hardships, because that's what they say happens.
I had no problem. I don't know what you're thinking about, because I had no problem getting my Peloton.
Are you safe? Is there a Peloton representative holding a gun to your head as it says on the screen?
Greg. No, it was great. It was moving it was a nightmare to my new place. It cost a lot of money to move it. But it's been really, really great. I highly recommend. And they have an app, and I do not work for Peloton, nor do I get any kickback, but they have an exercise app that you won't have like the resistance and stuff, but you just kind of go by the beat of the music. But I will say that I have actively been biking the last 2 weeks, 20 miles.
Nice.
Throughout the week. That's kind of crazy.
And that's not on, is that on your Peloton? You're talking about like actually going around the city?
On the Peloton,
okay,
like, because they tell you how long.
I thought you meant because you're just adding things on top of. You're like, I do my Chloe Ting, I do my Peloton, then I bike around the city.
Well, I do bike around the city to get around.
Triathlon. And
well, I do bike around the city, but also, on the Peloton, I've done, I think, almost 20 miles. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, isn't that kind of wild when you think about it?
You're killing it.
Killing it.
I need a bike. I need a bike so bad.
But I'm just nervous to release the before and after photos. Not that I like. Well, obviously, I am struggling with that. I was going to say I'm not ashamed, but like, obviously, I'm insecure about posting the befores.
Thank you, Tamika.
I remember. No, I'm with Jason. I think I remember an issue with shipping and customer service.
I think you talked about it on the pod. That's why I was like, see, it is the labor thing.
Maybe it's labor. Yeah, I don't remember. I think maybe updating my address, maybe. I don't remember. Jameson says
Jameson remembers as well. Hey, look, if Jameson says it, it's true. Not that I don't believe Tamika, but Jameson
he has like an ironclad memory. Well, can you explain to me what I was complaining about as per usual? Yeah, let me know. I can't remember.
I almost remember they delivered it to the wrong spot or something. You had to go about. But Snake King doesn't remember.
I don't think they delivered it to the wrong house.
Not to the wrong house. I think they can't. You're like, I was here, but they didn't. There was something about like they brought it to a post office and you had to go to the post office and get them to.
That was my tarot cards.
Oh, maybe.
Jan, thank you. Oh, he's talking about the after photos, before and after photos. My tarot cards I ordered, and then they didn't come forever, and then I canceled them because someone said, don't buy your own tarot cards, they will be cursed. And then a box that was like dented and broken and ripped open was delivered to me, and it was my tarot cards that I had already gotten for free. So like they had refunded me my money, and then they said, just keep it. But the Peloton was like, came to my house, easy delivery, done and done and done. Yeah, in my memory. But the before and after photos, I'm like, I want to post them because it's not like I have abs or anything, but I'm just like the difference in, oh no, you were on customer service for a while. It was on Regular Girls. Oh, yes. And I remember being on customer service because I had entered the wrong information and I was supposed to get, I think like a promo or something. There was something going on with that. I do remember that.
There was something.
But the before and afters, like, it's kind of, you're just like, hey, this is my body. Here it is. Then it's just on the internet.
Yeah.
Tamika, around the time Jason said it would hold your clothes.
Which I was going to bring that up actually about 5 minutes ago, Tamika, and you're 100% right. I was 100% wrong. That's why I said, like, you've done really well with that.
Well, there are times where I don't use it and there are times when I do use it. And there is shame when I don't use it. And now when I use it every day, I'm like starting to really look forward to it. Is anyone else weirded out that we all know all of this? Yeah. But I need it because my memory is so bad that I really need this. There are like years I've blocked out from my memory. So thank you, community.
This is a new form of, this is new for our podcast.
What?
My wife's delivering messages now to update me on things.
Oh my God. What is this message?
Just to let me know what's going, stuff in our own life. It's not a big deal, but.
She just sent you a message. We're about to wrap up. I mean, why'd you? Did you
just so she wouldn't have to whisper it to me or talk to me? Like,
did you need to know it now?
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
That's what happened when I worked at Lululemon and we weren't making the hourly sales. We would get a Post-it that was like basically like, fucking do better, please. Thank you so much. Like with
on
no
a
swearing.
Post-it?
Yeah, we would get them. I got one crushed into my hand and it hurt. And I looked at it and
that seems like Mean Girls. Like that seems like you're passing it on and being like, do better.
Yeah.
Cindy, do better.
Yeah.
Or else you're not part of the group anymore.
Exactly. It was tough. It was really tough. But anyways, I highly recommend, even if you're interested, the Peloton app is really good. I mean, I have the bike, so I can't say too much, but I am loving Cody Rigsby. Oh my God, he's my favorite instructor. I live for him. He's so good. He's so good. And Alex Toussaint is like the hardest trainer ever. And I catch myself avoiding him because I know it's going to be an intense workout.
You know what? You got to face that sometimes.
But the music, if the music is bad, I am put off. So like yesterday, the playlist was really not great. And I love the Peloton. Please stop me because I know we're about to end the podcast, but like
no, this is good for me because like the Chloe Ting one I have a hard time with because
the music's
like,
terrible.
So I just blare my own music over it, but then if you have to find that perfect measure where you'll still hear the like the beep beep beep.
Well, just watch the TV. Just watch the TV.
But I get to it. Not in every exercise. If I'm doing like
Agreed.
downward dog to like knee touches or whatever.
But I need good music. Like, and I will say this, like in the last couple of weeks on my fitness journey, which I will and am continuing, the reason I love it so much is like it really has erased a lot of the daily anxiety that I didn't realize I was like holding in my life. And so I would get really like frazzled all the time and just be like, ugh.
So it's a therapist. A Peloton's a therapist.
I am telling you, if you are feeling overwhelmed, and I know it's not easy, and I think because I'm an all or nothing kind of person like you and I, it's like, well, I have to do the hour-long classes or it's not worth it. And so I've really been more gentle with myself, and I'm like, just do a 30-minute class. Everyone has 30 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
Snake King, because I get this. Like, there's nothing worse than on a run constantly pressing the next button. Like, I hate being in the middle of an exercise and you're like, not a slow song on my playlist. What the fuck is happening? You're trying to like get it.
You need to set yourself up. You need to set yourself up for success. Because yesterday,
why do I have 21 Pilots on my fucking playlist?
Well, I remember yesterday, like I was doing the exercise and then I got off and I was like still kind of like jittery. I was like, ugh, the podcast or the music wasn't good enough. I didn't get it all out, you know? But music is so key. You got to build your playlists.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. What do you like to listen to? I'm like, I need like pop music. I need like sassy ass, like Pussycat Dolls, Britney Spears. I need like a Demi Lovato. I need like, I mean, like power jams.
For sure. I'll go to like, I mean, you're not going to like this, but I'll go to like 90s punk or
like that.
Yeah, can you record that for me, Iman? And then I'll just put it on a loop.
Yeah, it's good, right? Is that what it sounds like?
But I'll like also like I'll even listen to like I don't know why, but I got into especially just the one song of Avicii and stuff because you're like because of Vanessa's
so
video,
good.
But like
Tasha's in Rancid.
I know this one Tasha mentioned before. She was like, "Yep, I'm into it," and I was like, "Great." I'll always believe Tasha now from now on. There's
one instructor that's like really into punk music and like and also plays like a lot of Pink. And I love Pink, but like she plays it like with like leather straps being like, let's ride. And I hate her. Anyways, maybe we should post the before and afters. I would be nervous to do it, but if people are interested, then I will post it. But I will say the takeaway from Chloe Ting, and when you're done, we'll do a full debrief.
I'll be done by Friday. When we talk Friday, we can debrief.
The huge takeaway for me is that it doesn't have to take hours. You can get a really great workout that makes you feel good and feel stronger in 40 minutes. And that is awesome.
The rest of mine now are like 50 to 65 minutes on this Chloe Ting thing.
Well, you're an idiot and you did that one, so I don't care.
I love it. I still don't think an idiot. Like there should be something. I know that I did the different one, but like I'm sticking to it.
I'm proud of both of us. We stuck to it. This is the first time we've been actively working out and we're feeling better, right?
Yes. The sigh is because I'm like, oh man, I was waiting for a bit more of a transformation, but at the same time, like I'm stronger. Although I will say this before we end it off, the last 2 or 3 have been ridiculously hard because I think my muscles, like, I think I needed like an extra rest day somewhere because my muscles are like, this is a lot, a whole month straight of like.
Oh, I took rest days.
Stuff.
I took rest days for sure.
Yeah, I think I probably need, because
I
the
saw
last 2 or
more.
3 exercises have been like, I'm like 10 minutes in going, oh my God, my legs are heavier. It feels like they're tree trunks. I don't know what's happening.
I wish you could see Burger right now. He is losing his damn mind beside me. We need a Burger cam. But I think you need more rest days. And I also saw more of a change in my body
Thanks,
when I
thank you.
took rest days.
You saw what?
More change in my body with like after a rest day. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Anyways.
You know when I see changes in my body, which is really weird? If you have like a crazy alcohol night and then you wake up and I know it's because you're dehydrated as fuck, but you're like, oh yeah, shit, I should just.
Oh, I see the
drink
opposite.
more.
My face goes. So I was watching one of our old podcasts back, and my face was like, I could tell like not puffy. And then I had wine with friends, and then the next day I was like, there she is. Yoga on rest days is so smart, and I really suggest Yoga by Adrienne. She's awesome on YouTube, and it's free. Anyways, pals, I'm wondering if I can just show Burger. No, you know what? It's gonna be too much work. I'm not gonna do it. Okay, it's really quite something.
We're good.
We're good. We did it. So we will be back on Wednesday.
Got it.
And then on Friday we will do our before and after picks. Who will be brave with us?
We'll build up, because this is gonna give me anxiety. Like my first pick, I already know what I have to show, and I'm like, I don't want anyone to see this ever. But
my before.
Oh yeah. Also, it's sexy,
wild.
is what you're saying.
No, it makes anyone.
Oh yeah.
But just imagine just someone like who kind of has a voice like this and then sees it and goes, oh. The before pick, I'm holding with pride. I'm really just like, it's just wild how strong you can get. That's all I'm saying.
Great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Me too. Okay, so we will be back on Wednesday, and anything else?
Nope,
Everyone have the best time. What a lovely convo. Everyone enjoy your kissing shows. I certainly know what I will be watching as I'm eating lunch this afternoon. And whoo boy. Anything else?
And we'll see you on Wednesday.
We will see you on Wednesday. Bye, everyone.
Bye.